Hello! You join me in the midst of, as usual, things needing doing and needing attention. So, one thing that I noticed was I've been getting notifications recently about these Stonehaven Expresses, and the Class 87 apparently is a little bit old. So we probably should replace that. So we should go into the passengers here. Let's take any of the 87s. I think maybe the Class 90, actually. Let's design 88. It goes fairly quick. This should do well. So let's start replacing those. Oh wow, we've got two haps still lurking about. Let's replace those with 313. So the 313s are a bit slow, aren't they? As they're not geared as fast. The Class 319 might. 456s, of course. No, they're not as fast either. So, I don't even have any. Yeah, there's these little diesel turbo stars. These radios, which are maybe these. Let's replace them with those. Okay, so 313s and all that are fine. There's nothing too catastrophic going on otherwise. So. We still have 1959 stock in 2007. Should probably get updated. What's the current long stock that we have in there? No, we'll get 2009 stock in a little while. There you go. Let's stop fiddling with this. So, Carlos Bay has a problem that lots of passengers wanted to go via a collection, which is this Stonehaven Express. So, let's do that. Let's clone this. But what I should do as well is change some of the carriages out. So rather than the Mark IIFs, I think maybe we should have Mark IVs and TPOs. Yes, so how fast does the TPO go, actually? Is that a good idea or is that a bad idea? So the Mark II BGs are probably a better idea on that. So, Mail is not too big a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of those and then make these. Is 5 the right length? Who knows, but. Oh, there we go. Let's have a few more of those, because there's less congestion on the line now because of the Elmer's Express, which these were sharing a line with. They no longer have to share a line. So that hopefully fixes that. So collection again. Collection Carbis Bay. West Elmer's End has lots and lots of passengers waiting. Where are they going? There's Wareham. Ah, okay. It's this line down here that's the problem. I wonder whether it's just because this is still all timetable. Well, gosh, we're still using Class 101s on this as well. This was a right old mess of a line, wasn't it? So these Class 101s, which go down the Wareham branch. So this was only a little branch line when we built it, and now it is not. Now it is quite a big line. So I think that maybe yes, the Dutchy Javelin, yes, would probably be good for something or other. Let's replace them with these. It's going to be quite a bit longer because that's quite a longer train, but shouldn't be too problematic. I think all the stations are big enough. And then hopefully that will get some of that. Let's have a look. What's overloaded? Let's see, what can we get with this? There's a way you get this to show on the map, I'm sure. Ah, yes. Right. Okay, so let's have a look at passengers. Let's have a look at... yes, there we go. There we go. So now see what's kind of oversaturated and what's not working very well. So these mostly seem to be okay. This is a little bit. Yes, the Stonehaven Express, which I think is the reason this is. Where is. Of course, we should. Let's go back to the Wareham branch. That's not letting me replace those because they have wagon removal on this. Let's turn that off. So those are allowed to get longer. So, but now, this is busy down here as well as Wakefield. So Wakefield has an express which is not doing its job. That would be the Wakefield faster than necessaries, wouldn't it? I think that's yes. They're trying to go via Langley Green Woods. Which I think, do these go there? No. So what goes to Langley Green Woods from here? Aha! This must have a direct express. It's got the Wellingborough semi-fast. Ryan May's APT. Where does that go? Okay. That doesn't go. As we're looking for Wakefield Central. So yes, it does. Yes, of course. So I don't know why I missed that. There's a lot of waiting going on here. Yeah, Garsdale's a bit slow, isn't it? So, and now, how can we resolve this? Because we have quite a lot of. So I think the way we could resolve that is by tunnelling under. So they could build that train in the way. Yes, I know there's a train in the way. It's fine. So then build a tunnel across here. So that comes up there. And then when we get up to here, they're just going to build that as a route there. So there we go. It's a loop of 6. That actually gives the APTs moving a bit faster through there. Oops. And did we forget a little bit of track? Yes, we did. Yes. There we go. Let's get that track back there. So that would not help. Yes, this is all going to take a little while to resolve itself, but there we go. They've done a full round trip, so they are now going okay. It's the connection here, connection to a collection. This is all. I think it's just Stonehaven Express is slow. Yes, well, there's Mountain Ridge Line as well. A lot of services which actually go there. Oh, this. What's going on here? So there's a problem here as well. So this was just the. This is actually the Elmer's Express. This is because they're all getting blocked up there. So there we go. I'll let that resolve. Snowdevil, this really is getting quite bad around here. With the APTs are getting very clogged. Again, waiting for free path. The Brondesbury, that's another one which is a little bit. Okay. So how do we get around this? What we can do. Let's see here. So that's going to require removing a bit of river, which I don't want to do. But can I do it there? No, that's not going to work either. How did they get out of Brunswick? So I think what we may have to do is make a track here. Well, that is not so great because we need to come up over here. It's fine. These people can just have a nice. Then we just have a track through here. And then that can come up there. That can go like that. That'll be okay. Then that can go there. So that's a bypass now there. So that's now, those APTs can now bypass trains which are stopped there. This should help a little bit. Wakefield actually could do with some more some more trolley buses as well. Oh, there we go. Let's just have some more trolley buses. I don't think it needs a huge amount. I think it just needs a little. That's hopefully becoming less saturated. So it's saturated up here now. And now Wellingborough Heath. Does that also get the APTs? Yes, the APTs start there, so they go to Wellingborough Heath, so could probably have a couple more of those as well. Couple, 3. That's close enough. So, how are we doing with passengers? We're going to get food's getting old. What is it? It is a T45, yes. It would get old. So, T45s probably need to be replaced. The A series probably need to be replaced as well. They should have been replaced by now, as with the Atkinsons, but let's replace the Volvo FM9s. That looks like a nice new lorry. So stop replacing those and stop replacing those. And the Savvy MSMs don't need them replacing either, so they should be good. Hopefully. And the Mark III Transit. There's probably a new van. So a Sprinter, which is carries a little bit more, but it's probably worth upgrading. Okay. Yes, I know they're getting old. Those are all Leylands? No, they're Scania 3 Series. So we should probably replace those. And let's go for Scania R Series, of course. There we go. Dundee was a C45 as well. So those will all replace. Those will all be fine. Okay. Stop telling me about it. I don't care. So, one thing we should do is that was built way back in the days of concrete roads. We should upgrade the roads. There you go. And now, let's make sure the town can still build alongside. So, we are going to not go too mad here. And we are going to just upgrade that as it comes through here. Road. And there we go. Probably stop the town expanding there, so let's not go too much with that. Although those get up to speed now. Yes, there we go. So they do sort of 50 or 60. So. Yes, and of course there's now far too many trucks, so let's go and put some of those in the depot. Let's do that. Let's get these trucks littering there. Sort of like a, like a child's bedroom when they have far too many toys and not enough storage space, or possibly not enough storage space that they care about actually using, or something like that. Still can't find a path to continue. Am I just getting really old news? I sort of subscribe to vintage newspapers. Modern news is horribly depressing, but in the year 2008, you don't want to be reading the modern news. We'll send in some newspapers from sort of the 1980s. Something that's probably quite depressing as well. We'll find some newspapers that are from good times. We'll just send you newspapers that are from good times, classic newspapers. You subscribe and you just read old news. But old news that is all positive. Actually, electronic. The Dundee Trona beds has been a problem for ages and ages and ages. We kind of had this thing that should we actually do something with these? And bring some engineering supplies down, but let's see. Let's go back. So these are all waiting at depot. Those will be good. So we want to go back and see my. It would be nice to get passengers sort of sorted. We're getting sort of towards that. There was a report in the 2020s where we see, that's, where the game would be nice to feel that things are completed, and I'm not quite there yet, I think. So Langley Greenwood still need more APTs, and the APTs we have need to be running more efficiently. So that stopped there. And the reason that stopped there is because that doesn't have an exit signal on it. So of course it's going to stop there. It's not actually a bypass. But still all those. Okay. There's lots of selling going on. There's a Great Lancaster Central. We don't really have any vehicles which go along there. Let's see, does it belong to anyone? And no, it doesn't belong to anyone. So we could just set that up, because I think you could bridge this. Okay, well, there's a tram station which needs to be removed. Can I remove it just like that? Yes, I can remove it just like that. Good. Let's have a nice tubular bridge. And then we'll go through here, and this is a bit too much of a bypass, really. There's a lot of it. And let's pop that down there. Land sloped in wrong direction. Oh, of course, because that can't be a slope and a junction at the same time. There we go. That's a better bypass. And that now gets your APTs to Eurostars going round past there. They have a similar problem at Carbridge. Actually, so I think at Carbridge we could again build another tunnel. Ooh, that's interesting, yes. And no, we probably couldn't, because... Or could we? Yes, because you can do that. You can get that going across there. So let's build bridges here. And ooh, there's an interesting problem. But that can be fixed, so... and now that needs to be level, so let's make sure that's level. And there we go. Another nice APT bypass. And so I built more and more of these. And slowly we're going to get to a point where the APTs, anything that happens, they can bypass it. Should just make the route naturally faster. And therefore, being faster, they should also end up with more capacity. But, let us see. Let's see how that kind of promise goes. I think the number of passengers is dropping there. They are going at a decent clip there. They're no longer waiting as much. They still slow down behind these trains, but they can get round past cars. Oh, there's some bridges which need to be replaced with tubular bridges. Wasn't that a late 70s album? No, it's Tubular Bells. It's part of the theme of The Exorcist was Tubular Bells or something. There, well, yes, probably. The main thing I was noted with Tubular Bells was when I was younger, my parents used to have the big thing of playing the album quite a lot. I think it's fairly recent. I think it didn't. Your Fielder produced it. Released a series of Tubular Bells albums, so I think there were more modern ones. Yes, yes, probably. Well, actually, no, because I remember in the late 80s, the Tubular Bells sequels didn't come along until the 90s. There is the one track, and I can't remember which Tubular Bells it's on now. It is the one where it just introduces all the instruments. There's that sort of, it goes through and electric bass, and so on and so forth, until eventually it gets to and tubular bells. I always felt that was maybe an ode, a little too much of its existence, to a King Curtis track called Memphis Soul Stew, which actually does the same thing from the 60s. It's much more kind of upbeat and has more soul, as you wouldn't surprise from the artist. Who's the soul artist? Yes. Well, the thing as well with King Curtis's albums is certainly. I forget the name of the mid '60s one that was on the Specialty. This is super pro, isn't it? Why are you slowing down in your OpenTTD videos? Well, I need to look up a King Curtis album because that's totally relevant. But it is totally relevant. Yes, album called Soul Serenade, and there's actually, stylistically, I wonder whether it was one of the influences to John Broomhall when he was doing the soundtrack to Transport Tycoon Deluxe, because it is very, very similar in style. Incredibly similar in style in a lot of places. Ooh. And the A, this we could have some more 747s. Oh, no, we could do better than that. So I'm going to clone that aircraft. I'm immediately going to replace it with a A380. I didn't realise Aviator was modern enough to the Aviator. The A380, but the A380 came out a while ago, didn't it? So let's have a few more of those. So that should carry lots of passengers and lots of mail. Those should help with capacity issues there. How are we going to ever get to the point where 92 episodes in, the link graph is showing green everywhere and everything is happy and there's not passengers stacking up all at stations? Maybe one day. I feel there's still mail problems as well. So the collection still has lots, but Lindisfarne Woods now. So that's interesting because that's not an express route. Lindisfarne Woods is the sort of normal slow route. So what stops at Lindisfarne Woods? It's the Mountain Ridge Line. Now, Mountain Ridge Line is this something big? I suspect this is one of those things where I can't actually. There's a random HST in there. Where I can't clone it, no. The vehicle's not available. I wonder what's not available in terms of the Mountain Ridge Line. Let's go back from the passengers. Mountain Ridge Line, so probably. These wagon spoons could probably be. Is there anything that's kind of fast express diesel? This skips actually. It is designed for mail service, high speed, but they don't think it's that good. So I'm just going to say let's replace the wagons. They already have Mark III carriages. Brake carriage. We could go for the. This will actually speed them up quite a bit anyway. And then we just go to the engines. So can we still get class 47? So I only need one of those to replace itself, and then we're pretty solid. Yes, there's enough spare length to have an extra couple of brake weapons on that as well. So they need one of these. Electric lime is failing. So what does electric lime use? These are using 71s. So this, by the way, as I'm doing this, there's still lots and lots of this going on. This sort of replacing ungroup trains. What are they? They are vehicles. So those could just go in the vehicles. Let's clean that up. So, yes, the HA. So they should just be replaced with JBs. JBs are slower, which is a shame. But, I think we can slower and less powerful, but not too bad. At least we need to be able to replace other things because otherwise will just keep getting old. Yes, but this is the thing now that we're sort of hitting the 2008s, that most of the things that we choose to auto replace now will not have these problems of they get old and then the vehicle's not available and so on and so forth, because these are now the sort of current generation vehicles and they're not going to expire, so not so bad. So Lindisfarne Woods is still, that's bad, but Langley Greenwoods, where is everything from here going? So Hanborough Woods now. It's Hanborough Woods. It's just up there. No, it's not just up there. It's okay. So that's just the APT service again. I hope. Maybe Dundee Woods is also with quite a lot of passengers, but it's not so bad now. And they're not kind of getting so overloaded. And actually, most of it is the Dundee trams. So there's some few more of those. And they're all quite bunched up currently anyway. That's not even my road vehicle depot. That's my road vehicle depot. But I need a tram depot, wherever such a thing is. Do I just build one? I just built one, I think. build an electrified tramway. And there we go. Ooh, not available. Though we won't be doing that. So, the Jubilee tram, which we had, is replaced with the Centenary tram. Okay. Or, in fact, what we could do here, Dundee South, we could send every single one of these to the depot. This is because I have a plan. I see if we could replace them with DLRs or CR4000. I think we could go for CR4000s. The sort of Croydon tram, link style trams. So we're going to have to get rid of lots of these. These come into the depot. Ah, yes. This is because I kind of want to sell these and then... So let's set that one going. Because this will solve the passenger capacity issue. Settle in NT. Right. That should solve the passenger capacity issues there. Now, let's see if we can get... We're going to have 4 trams come in here. Now, if I am quick, I can clone this lots of times. Because I know it's going to need loads and loads of trams, so... And they're not timetable. They should spread themselves out a bit, I hope, over time. Let's see. That is a nice... little bit of tram maintenance. So they should hopefully have lots of capacity now across this whole network. So yes, lots of things going on there. Why are these all in a depot? Oh, that's problematic. They should probably not have gone to a depot. And so that's a problem that we will need to fix. But the coastal coaches are all in depots. They're probably all in depots all over the place. But let's try to at least get the majority of them back running. Thank you. Yes. Yes, I know. It's going to be loads of depots all over the place. And if I just get enough of them running, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So, let's go back and see total weighted cargo. So collection is still the worst. And there's now Linus onwards. So even more mountain ridge lines I think are needed. Let's get those. They might make that just too busy, but Langley Greenwoods. Yes, there's only 1100 there. So that's not too bad now. And then cows. There's 126, most of which are going by Bradford Woods, but this is going to go to Bradford Woods next. And no, it's not. It's actually this. These are the ones which go to Bradford Woods. So this route is not great. Let's have a few more of those. And we can get the coastal coaches running, and I think we can leave that there. I think that's a nice improvement. Apart from the coastal coach, which is now a disaster area because we sent all of them to the depot. And there's this issue here with the mountain ridge line, but they're sort of resolving themselves. They're mostly green. So I think that is a good place to leave it. And I shall see you in a future episode.